You tap a button, buy the upgrade. It feels instant, but in the next 400 milliseconds, your tap triggers one of the most sophisticated journeys ever engineered. It will find one computer among billions, cross oceans, pass through guards and traffic directors, and come back, all before you notice. This series follows that single tap through the entire internet, and it begins with a problem so basic it hides in plain sight. Your phone has no idea where the game's server actually is. Every machine on the internet is found by a number, its IP address, like an apartment number for one specific computer. But you typed a name like racinggame.com. Names are for humans, numbers are for machines. So before anything else can happen, that name has to become a number. Pause for a second. Millions of servers, constantly changing addresses. How would you even build a system to translate every name on Earth into the right number instantly for the whole planet? The answer is DNS, the Domain Name System, the phone book of the internet. No single phone book could hold the whole internet or survive everyone reading it at once. So DNS is a hierarchy, a chain of specialists who each know a little more than the last. Your phone asks a helper called a resolver, usually run by your internet provider, and the resolver goes on a small quest on your behalf. A journey map drawn as a subway line with labeled stops: phone, resolver, route, TLD, then server, with a glowing dot starting at phone and the resolver stop lit up. First, it asks a root server, the top of the phone book, who essentially says, I do not know that exact name, but for anything ending in .com, go ask this next office. That next office is the TLD server, in charge of all .com names, and it says, I do not know the final answer either, but Racing Game is managed by that server over there. Finally, the resolver reaches the last server, the one that truly knows, and it hands back the number. 3 hops and the name becomes an address. Sounds slow, but it happens in a blink, and here's why. The whole system is obsessed with caching, an idea you may remember from our Redis series. Once your resolver learns that racinggame.com is a certain address, it remembers it for a while, controlled by a timer called the TTL, the time to live. The next million players from your city never trigger the full quest. They get an instant answer from the resolver's memory. Your phone and browser cache it too. Most of the time, the lookup already happened for someone else seconds ago. A resolver labeled with a small memory box holding racinggame.com equals an IP address with a TTL timer, while a crowd of phones receives instant answers, and only one thin arrow occasionally travels out to the wider DNS hierarchy. And this layer is quietly powerful. Because a name maps to a number on demand, the same name can point to different servers for different people. Someone in Tokyo and someone in London type the identical name and reach 2 different machines, each close to them. DNS is not just a translator, it's the internet's first traffic director. So, the number comes back, your phone finally knows where the game lives. It opens a connection to that address, a quick handshake to agree how they will talk, and then your actual request, buy the upgrade, is packaged up and sent across the world toward that machine. Our tap has left home, and the journey has truly begun. So here's the big picture. Machines live at numbers, but humans use names, and DNS is the planet-scale phone book that connects the two. It's a hierarchy of servers, root, then TLD, then the one that knows. And it stays fast by caching answers everywhere, with a TTL deciding how long each answer lives. Every single thing you do online starts here, with a name quietly becoming a number. But now the request arrives at the game's address, and it walks straight into a surprise. There's not one server waiting there. There's thousands. So who decides which one handles your tap? That's a job for the traffic cop at the front door, the load balancer. And it's next time.